Shed, get locked in the Pixel Shed and come play some video games with us, or just talk about them, because
That's
this is an audio
creepy.
podcast. You can't play them with us.
Do we have a slogan now?
Nope.
Get locked in the shed with us.
I've tried different slogans whenever
Branding.
I've made like fake posters for this thing.
Oh yeah.
At the moment, it's like listen, watch, love, Pixel Shed.
So many slogans like that.
Yeah,
Oh.
but I think we can make it sleazier.
Hashtag weird butt stuff.
Hashtag Pixel Shed in your butt. An entire shed.
Yes.
Just getting crammed inside your.
Because the weird butt stuff is what happens when you get locked in the Pixel Shed.
Yeah, but like we invite you in. It's not without
Under the premise
consent.
of playing video games with us.
So
Yeah.
video games.
So video games. Let's.
Joel likes them.
I like him. We're running. We started about an hour late this week.
Oh yeah. We weren't late.
You guys weren't late. I was late. I
Fine
fell
on
asleep.
time.
Yeah.
I fell asleep. Things have been deadlines.
Ollie was sitting here getting hungry, and I was playing Guess the Wrestler on my phone.
Yeah. I was sleepily putting money into the machine in Sainsbury's and then realised I hadn't pressed checkout yet. So
Oh.
for about 5 minutes I was there like this with a giant
Come on.
queue going, like putting pennies in.
What's happening?
Where's the money coming out? I don't know what's going on. Anyway,
Video games.
what's been happening with video games with us? What we've been playing? That's
You
the
sound
segue.
tired.
We played Group Smash.
Smash multiplayer.
Yeah, Jacob and I.
We did
We played
on the eve of the Game Awards.
yes, on the eve of the Game Awards, which that video should be going up. That very, not very drunk, but
I'm okay in it.
you
I
were
think.
okay.
Yeah.
I watched it back.
You were getting there.
I was there. I was.
You were
half
not on the
that-
journey. You
about
had
about
you
a
had reached
quarter
your
of that video,
destination.
my eyes are closed.
Yeah.
Trying to talk to you, trying
Yeah.
to accumulate thoughts about what boring things that happen. But you'll be able to listen to
Yay,
that.
professionalism.
Yeah, you'll be able to listen to that segment in a bit because
Yeah.
we're gonna actually structure this. Apparently, we don't structure.
Ha.
Ha ha ha.
We laugh in the face of structure.
Yeah. So yeah, Group Smash.
Group Smash.
So this is, I mean, obviously you played the 3DS version. What did you think of the Wii U version?
A lot's the same, obviously.
Yeah, it's more Smash.
Yeah, but it's just more refined.
Yeah. It feels the same as the 3DS version, except you have an actual controller in your hand that's useful.
Yeah, I actually played using the Wii U gamepad.
Yes,
and
because
it
I
was,
don't have two GameCube
it was fine.
controllers. Yeah.
I took like a 5-minute adjustment period.
Yeah.
Where I was a
and
bit
changing-
slow during the first match and whatever, but
And changing the buttons.
oh yeah, I changed the shoulder buttons around so that shield and grab were the other way
Yeah.
around.
And then we
That just felt more natural.
and then we actually played
Smash Tour.
Smash
Highlight
Tour.
of the evening, Smash Tour.
So we explained what Smash Tour was last week, but it's basically just Mario Party.
Yeah, you said it was bad last week, and I didn't believe you.
Yeah.
I believe you now.
Yeah, it is horrific. It is so...
It's not Smash because there's no fighting.
Yeah, so
That's kind of the problem it has.
out of, what, we played 20 turns?
Yeah.
And now, they're not like Mario Party turns where they take forever. Everyone
No.
moves all at once. And the aim of the
It's about
thing is to bump into other
30
people.
seconds to a minute, usually
Yeah.
per turn sort of deal.
Is to bump into other people to initiate fights. But we...
We must
Played-
have fought about 2 times before
Yeah.
the turn timer thing expired.
Yeah. So...
You walk around the board kind of accumulating characters and stats and stuff for the final battle after the turns have ended. And you're supposed to kind of be able to like sabotage your opponent's chances by
Yeah.
initiating these battles halfway through, but it just didn't happen.
No, it was like twice that stuff happened, and the CPU had collected about 7 different characters.
I had
each.
quite a lot.
You had quite a lot.
You
I
were
had
left
2.
out in the cold.
I had who did I had? I had
I don't even remember.
I think I had Jigglypuff. I think I had a Jigglypuff at one point.
Yeah.
No, it's just boring.
Yeah.
We were like, right, let's never do that again.
Yeah, it's the replacement for Smash Run. And I mean, I wasn't that high on Smash Run, but I'd still say it's better
Yes.
because it's an actual Smash Bros thing.
This was just dull.
This is like a odd like flash game, board game sort of thing with Smash tacked on.
Yeah, it was just, we just didn't have. We were laughing more at how bad it was than
Yeah.
we were.
Then it was like, oh, what a jolly time we're having.
No, it was just boring.
Yeah.
But the classic Group Smash and event mode stuff worked
Yeah, that was pretty
really
fun.
well. We had some fun. We did an all-star mode. We
Yeah.
got some trophies.
Did an all-star, we did a classic, and because there's the whole separate set of events for co-op. So we started on those. And it was...
Yeah, and we stopped when we realised that some of the events are just complete and utter horseshit.
I remember specifically the Pac-Man. Was it Pac-Man?
Yes. So that event, there's multiple Kirby's chasing after you
That's the one.
in Pac-Land, and
You got to reach the end of the stage.
yeah,
And I think they just
we're both
endlessly
Pac-Man?
respawn.
I
I
don't
was
see anything
Link.
that sounds
You
wrong
were
with that.
Link. Yes, because it was the fairy. You've got to reach the fairy. So I was Pac-Man, and you were Link, because Pac-Man in Pac-Man World of Pac-Land, whatever it is, the old
Super
retro
Pac
arcade
time.
game. Yeah, there's fairies in it.
Yeah.
That's a stretch.
Okay.
And Link has Navi.
Yeah. Fairy
So, there you go.
bros.
it wasn't very good.
all wordplay.
Wordplay. No, we just weren't on point at that point. I don't think.
No.
I think we were getting, and then we realised 2 a.m. strolled up, and you'll be able to hear.
Yeah, it was the Game Awards.
Yeah, but before that,
News came out today.
news came out today.
That's a game that someone here is very anticipated for.
There we
The
go.
Witcher 3 has been delayed until May.
It's been delayed once again. Now,
Yay.
okay, I'm going to try and react positively to this.
Go on.
At least they're not going to release an unfinished game. Hopefully it's not going to be
Yes.
buggy
That's always
Okay,
the
they-
optimistic sort
yeah,
of
they're
stuff
gonna
you
get
tell
it out.
yourself.
and make it as good as it can be. If it needs to take time, okay, I understand. We want this game to be perfect because it looks like it can be one of the best RPGs of all time.
Yep.
So yeah, don't take any chances on it. Make it as good as it can be. But
At the
I
same
want to
time,
play it now.
I want my Witcher now.
I want to kill the monsters and do political stuff now.
No,
play
anyone's
as
played
Siri.
Witcher 2, and that ends on a cliffhanger. But it's not even about the cliffhanger. It's just
It's just the fact.
everything they've shown us. Just, let me play it.
Let me see. Let's see what CD Projekt Red said. I don't
Sound
think
like
they
a
said more
spoiled
than
child.
what they had to.
CD Projekt Red, we know they're good guys.
I'm sure they
they're
just
the good
released
guys
they
of the
gave
gaming
a
industry.
very general
they-
statement.
It looks like they put out a press release.
Yeah, we can't get mad at them. They're giving us 16 free DLCs, and we can't stay mad at you, CD
Mm.
Projekt Red.
Ever since we started
You're
working
beginning to sound
on,
like my relationship with Capcom. That's how it's beginning to sound.
ever since we started working on The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, we knew it would be an ambitious game. We wanted
Okay,
and still aim to give you an incredible experience, an epic adventure in a vast, completely open fantasy universe. Basically, and then they go on to say, like, it's big, yo, it's hard.
It's really big.
It's
Video
big.
game development's difficult, guys.
It's big and it's hard.
Yep. I mean, we've got other
Oh,
stuff
he wants
coming.
it.
Oh.
Well, yeah, we've got other stuff coming out around that time that can hopefully keep me. We've got like,
About May.
well, when it was originally due out, like we've got
right.
Batman coming out.
Yeah.
When was
Um,
it coming out then?
It's supposed to be
March?
January,
I thought it was March. January, yeah.
Or was it February?
or it might have been February.
I think it's February.
At this
Yeah.
point,
Oh,
the
it
only
might
one
have
we've
been
missed out is April. We've gone from January, February, March, May.
Yeah, no, it was February.
Okay. Well,
But no, 2015 seems to just be following on from 2014 of delays, and it seems now that studios are now picking up on. Hey,
yeah.
no, don't release too soon because, oh god, everything
yeah,
else is broken. Let's be the one. It's weird. It's a weird thing that's going on in video games, isn't it? It's like the teams working on games at the minute like the big AAA teams, are trying not to release a broken game.
Yeah, I'd rather have a delay than a broken game. I think we could all agree on that. As long as this doesn't get to like a Duke Nukem scenario where they're just gonna keep pushing it back.
No, I don't think they'll ever reach a Duke Nukem. That's a ridiculous scenario.
No, we've already had enough footage and everything that we know this is nearly done. They just need that extra time
I would use
to
would be
refine
Half-Life 2.
Yeah.
Because that got pushed back and pushed back. But that did have a massive leak, and an entire section from the game had to be reworked. Because, hey, hackers hacked the game. Anyway, that's news from 2003.
We're contemporary here at the Pixel Show.
But you got an Xbox One.
Yeah, I've finally got an Xbox One. It's not with me at uni at the moment.
Nope.
It's back home. So I was home for a little bit. I spent a day playing it, and I've played the Master Chief Collection.
What did you think of Master Chief Collection?
Well, I've not been online yet, so my reaction is entirely positive.
Yeah.
Our review still incoming.
Pretty much the general consensus.
Yeah.
People just want to play it. So, also, are you two looking forward to the Halo 5 beta, which starts in a few weeks?
I was not even aware.
Yeah. I've not really thought about it, but yeah. I mean,
I'm obviously a bit cautious just because
everything's broken.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens there. But obviously, I want to play it.
Yeah, currently, I know a lot of people have jumped straight into Halo 2 because that's the big overhaul. I've decided if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it right. I'm playing them in order, so I'm still on Combat Evolved at the moment. But the thing I've noticed about Combat Evolved is how old's that game?
2001.
2001, yeah.
So 13 years old now.
Yep.
How well that game has aged. Now, obviously, it's got the graphical update, but graphics aside, you'd expect some
like
the gameplay and stuff.
An older first-person shooter not to hold up too much nowadays.
But it's still aged so well. It's still just as fun to play as anything I could pick up now. When it makes you realise how kind of ahead of its time it was when you got like the second chapter, the Halo chapter.
Yeah.
Just how expansive that is. You can just roam around, and it's amazing how well it's aged.
What Halo's always done well is giving you some kind of sandbox environment to work in, and the original Halo at its core is mostly just that. There's a lot of sandbox environments.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some corridor shooting.
Yeah,
and whatnot,
there's enough direction to it to the point where you're not getting like lost where you need to go. But
you know, like they haven't ever strayed away from what the original Halo did, even when 343 took over. Like Halo 4's campaign, you know, all the faults in the story and stuff. The actual game itself is.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, I'm really looking forward to getting onto Halo 2 because I mean, Combat Evolved, graphically, it's not a huge.
It's the
anniversary. Combat Evolved anniversary.
It's the 360 anniversary one, isn't it?
Yeah, version. I mean, it's 60 frames per second now, which you do notice. And yeah, it's slightly cleaner. There's not a huge difference on that, but it works. Yeah, you're not too bothered about the graphic. Like Halo's, it's never been hugely dependent on graphics. I mean, for the time, they've all looked pretty good, but they've not been the best thing out there.
Yeah, there was that whole Halo 3 HD fiasco sort of thing.
What? Oh, the fact that it never ran at 720p or whatever they promised. It was actually running at 570 something p.
Something weird.
People counted the lines on the screen. Losers, nerds. But have you played anything else on the Xbox One? So you were in debate before this whether to get a Kinect version or.
I wasn't sure whether to get the Kinect. I've got the Kinect.
You've used the Kinect?
I've not set it up yet. But yeah, I didn't have much time on it. I just went with the decision that.
Just use the controller, get into the game as fast as you can.
Yeah, well, the thing with Kinect is, they say it's not being used for everything anymore, and
it seems.
But it was so much cheaper bundled with the Xbox. So my way of thinking was, if it does come back, if it does take a major role in things in the future, I've got it.
Yeah,
it's ready, and I've got it a lot cheaper than if I wanted to go out and buy it.
I don't think it'll be a major factor in the future. I think Microsoft's MO at the minute is let's just shovel this thing under the bed and under the rug and
Actually
put the
focus
rug
on, the console.
Yeah, and let's make some video games that people want to play.
But I also do have another little bit of motivation for wanting it. In the fact that I'm planning on buying the newest NBA games because I do love the NBA and I want to try out this facial scan thing. As horrendous as it might be, I might create some kind of monster with 5 eyes and 7 chins.
I think we might need to try that on Pixel Shed TV.
But,
yes, we should try.
Okay,
all
we'll try the face scan. When I get this game, we'll all scan our faces.
I want to scan the back of my head and see what happens.
So look forward to a future Pixel Shed TV episode.
So.
Yeah.
It was all in game form.
No, Ollie, you're not supposed to plug it.
Oh, really?
Forming
No, we're allowed to
Pixel
plug
Shed's
it.
own basketball team.
Yes, Pixel Shed's basketball
plug
team.
whatever the hell I want on whatever podcast that I'm on. Thank you.
No.
I'll plug my wrestling podcast later.
So,
Is there anything else that you've been...
I was your first Xbox friend.
Yes, you were.
Yeah.
I've got 3 now. I've got GTA 5 as well, which I've installed but not really been on yet. But I'm looking forward to playing that, trying out the first-person mode and everything. I never played it on first gen because I'd already sold my Xbox and bought a PC by then. So this isn't an upgrade for me. This is my first time playing GTA 5. So I'm quite looking forward to that. I've also ordered WWE 2K15, which you've seen us playing.
Yeah.
Maybe there'll be some online tag teaming with Jacob. But
are you going to take in created wrestlers or are you going to just choose your favourites?
Maybe it'll be a bit of both.
Yeah.
That's one thing I think you were a little bit surprised about with Smash Brothers is how good the Mii Fighter actually was.
I mean, I never played as the Mii Fighters in the 3DS one, so...
Yeah, I was kicking some butt with that Mii Fighter. That up B move where he does a spinning kick.
Yeah, does it like a Tatsu
hurricane
kick.
Yeah. Was there anything else? I mean, we're only 19 minutes in at this point.
I've bought things like I have every week, but I just haven't played them.
What did you buy? What have you been buying?
I bought this week. I bought the season pass for Game of Thrones. And I've bought the first episode of Tales of the Borderlands because I got, not scammed, but I was misled because the season pass for both of those games covers episodes 2 through 6 and 2 through 5. It doesn't include the first one.
Oh.
So you have to buy the first episode and then the season pass. And so I didn't have enough money. I thought 30 quid was enough. Apparently not.
Yeah, see, this seems like it's just, I don't know if it's just an Xbox and PS4 thing. I've looked into buying this on PC, and that just seems to be, I think it's £22 for the whole thing.
Yeah.
So
I think
maybe they're trying to use the first episode as a trial kind of thing.
Yeah, I think so. With Telltale games, well, at least on PC, you get the first episode when it comes out.
Yeah.
And then it basically just builds on top of that.
Yeah.
Like it starts adding stuff.
You buy them all at once, and
then
they gradually unlock.
Yeah. But I don't know how it works on consoles. I think it's just a similar thing where you launch.
I've bought the first episode of Game of Thrones and the season pass for that, and the first episode of.
So when you launch that, does it just give you like a list of stuff, and then it says not available yet?
If I remember the Wolf Among Us, it did it like that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's always. I think.
I suppose I kind of see where they're coming from in the sense that they'll release the first one, not like a demo. It'll be the full thing, but it'll just be like a taster, so you don't go and buy the whole thing.
I've heard it's good. I've heard Game of Thrones is actually a pretty good first introduction into.
I mean, yeah, they all follow the same.
Not like if you don't know the show isn't an introduction, but an introduction into that actual series of story events.
Walking Dead was good. Wolf Among Us was good. So chances are this is going to be good.
I mean, I like Borderlands, so I'll probably like the Borderlands one as well.
Yeah.
Regardless, but I, depending on how quick Goblins vs Gnomes comes out tonight, I might play that or not.
Yeah, so that's coming out.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what time. They say the 9th for Europe, so whether it's midnight or not or whatever, because I think it came out in America today, but not until like sometime in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'll be able to play it or not. But
you'll probably wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
Or afternoon or whenever.
Why did you have to release it during the week when all my assignments had to be in? Serious.
But then it's something to look forward to.
I
You
suppose.
can buy a load of you can load it up, buy a load of packs,
Yeah, I'm planning on buying.
Yeah,
and then
that
open them
packs.
up as a reward.
That's pretty much how I feel with my Xbox.
Yeah.
I don't get to go home and use it until I finish my assignments.
Yeah, I've got 2 assignments left to do.
Mm.
One for tomorrow, and then so basically once I've edited this, I'm gonna crack on with that. But I have limited myself with video games while I get work done, which is a first because in first year, video games came first. Woo!
No doubt.
But then it kind of works in its own way.
Yeah.
Speaking of TV news shows, TV games.
Adaptations.
Adaptations, that's the word. Sons of Anarchy, do any of you two watch that?
No,
I've
I
never
don't.
watched it.
I've heard it's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, so a while ago,
Are we getting like a Ride to Hell sort of
I hope
Sons of Anarchy
so
game?
that was what people were expecting when the
Yeah.
creator of Sons of Anarchy, I think it was the creator or someone who high up on the show,
Yeah.
I think it was the original writer
Mm.
or creator, whatever, said that they would be making a Sons of Anarchy game and he'll be looking over it to make sure it's not rubbish.
Yep.
Basically.
Yeah.
But now it's coming out as in 2015 as a high-end mobile episodic game. That-
okay.
So it's either going to be a rip-off of the Telltale style, which
Okay.
works on iPad and
It does.
mobile devices, or
It's going to
it's
be
going to
It's
be
going to be bad.
pretty much, yeah.
it's going to be like a motorbike crash,
Yeah.
which is a reference to Sons of Anarchy, which
All
I've watched
over.
a few times.
Yay,
over here.
motorbikes.
All over your iPad.
Motorbikes.
We can make references.
Sony have announced a $400 PS4 bundle
Have they?
where it's in the US, so I don't know how this I don't know if they'll bring it over here. But anyway, it seems like a cool little bundle.
I think
Yeah.
it's got Jacob's attention here.
I'm considering
Thinking-
PS4s.
Yeah,
now.
I'm not
Street
sure if
Fighter
it'll ever.
5.
Yeah, I've no idea if it'll ever come out over here.
Yeah.
Much like when they announced Suikoden 1 and 2, which
Mm.
I've always been interested in playing,
Mm.
coming to PS3 and Vita,
But
and they're US exclusive.
yeah. Oh. That's odd. Usually
I have a
be
US account,
a
and getting
Japanese
US
exclusive.
money on the PSN account is not a difficult thing.
Hmm.
I wanted to play them on the Vita
Oh.
because I wanted to have something to play other than Binding of Isaac on the Vita. No, for $400 you'll be able to choose from one of 4 games to get bundled as a digital download.
Right.
Destiny,
Great.
Little Big Planet 3,
Oh, okay.
NBA 2K15,
Yeah.
Well, facial
and
scans.
Far Cry 4.
All right.
So I can see this being a bundle. I can see this being a bundle that they can change over time, where they just slap on. This has this offer, and here's 4 games you could choose from.
Yeah, I remember getting Far Cry 3 when I bought my PS3.
Yeah, mine came with GTA 5 and Last of Us
Yeah.
for £200. But no, I just think that's a pretty cool deal.
Yeah, I'm having to look into PS4s now because of Street Fighter.
Just having to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, they forced me.
the like a couple of £100 Street Fighter machine. That's what it's gonna be.
Yep.
No, I'll play other
You
stuff.
got
Nah,
Godzilla
that'll
as
be-
well.
Godzilla, Dungeon Defenders 2. That's now gonna be on PS4. I do like Dungeon Defenders.
Yeah. So, before we cut off the link edition of Pixel Shed, so we can carry on recording,
Already?
or are we just kind of sputtering?
Are we cutting off the Game Awards from?
Game Awards and the PSX stuff? It'll probably go up all in the same place anyway,
Right.
but at the same time, like, there's no way we can fit everything.
I
that
guess
goes
not,
Into
I
half
guess
an hour
not.
because
We'd have to breeze through it.
yes, and I think we have some stuff to say that's not in a drunken fashion. But no, before we end, last week, was it last week?
I suppose maybe you should explain why we're splitting stuff off.
Yeah, so the reason we're splitting stuff off is just because we have an hour time limit on the link. and we feel that our time limit is kind of.
We like to talk a lot.
We do like to talk a lot. Last week I got a telling off for an hour and 24 minutes.
Jeez.
I don't particularly want to deal with that. So at the end of this segment, we'll tell you where to go. There'll be a little break music thing, God knows what, but there'll be something.
Maybe it'll be Jacob rapping again.
Oh.
I think
that technical difficulties music that we had on the WWE video was pretty good.
Yeah, I think I might just splice that in.
Yeah.
And we'll tell you where to go and whatnot. And just wrap it up as usual.
Yeah.
But I bet this will be the first time he's actually genuinely happy that we're.
Oh, it's like half an hour.
No, 27 minutes in at the minute,
Yeah,
plus
so-
the 2 minutes at the start, so about 25 minutes.
Oh, fair enough.
Once we're done with this little segment, which is
Segment
so was it
target.
last week or the week before? I can't even remember. Time just flies at this point. I think it was last week. It was brought to my attention by one Louis Proctor, Louis P, owner of Savvy Gamer.
Yeah.
He was tweeting about Peter Molyneux's Kickstarter for Goddess,
This is where
which
you're going with
happened
this,
in
yeah.
2012. And he said that no mainstream, no outlet will really report on it because one, it's 2012, and two,
You shall not lose the favour of Peter Molyneux.
yeah, but like at the same, so here's how this goes. On his Kickstarter for Goddess, there was a category for $10 where it gets you a beta to the game, but I don't think it gets you into the full thing. I
Yeah.
think you just get to try out the game and then
Okay.
you're incentivized to back higher, so you get all the rewards below it and stuff like that. And so you get the actual game. But, so this $10 category was for students. Have you heard me talking about this, Ollie?
I don't
Or is this the
think
first?
so.
So
This is
there was
the
a
first one I've
category
heard.
for students. You pay $10, and it gets you exclusive access to a careers advice and critique of what you're developing as a student, or if you're another hopeful, I guess you can just go in there as well.
Okay.
So Louis Proctor was tweeting that it's just a little bit weird that the Goddess Kickstarter. Goddess is still not finished. 2 years on.
Yeah.
There's a mobile version which has gone free to play, and there's a PC version which is pay to play. And it's still not finished. It's still in early access, and they've aggressively discounted that game, even though people on Kickstarter have backed it
Yeah.
$15 and more to get access to the game. But the most interesting thing is the student section was $10 and it got 359 people in it, which is £3,590 of students' money,
Yep.
or $3,590 of
Yeah,
students' money. Not counting for Amazon's and Kickstarter's little tax
Yeah. The
thing, the
that little
cuts
cut,
of cash
yeah.
that they take off. I think it's 5%.
Yeah.
Where has that money gone? Because the student section apparently never materialized. They've never commented on why it never materialized, and it's just never happened.
Yeah.
Someone replied to Louis and said that, hey, no, this never actually happened. Nothing's happened. I never even got a copy of the game as reconciliation.
Yes,
You know, no communication. And he copy and pasted an email, a short email into Twitter and stuff. That was sent. I can't remember the guy's name. I think he's another smaller developer.
Right.
February 8th, 2013, I think was the date, and no reply. Nothing ever came of it. So I emailed 22 Cans PR.
I was there when you were emailing them questions.
Yes. So they gave me. I said, can I possibly get an interview with someone at 22 Cans who knows what's happened? You know, it could be someone financially and whatnot. But another little sting. Another little sting in the nuts. Is that Peter Molyneux at I can't remember the name of the the thing that he was at, but it was like an indie games thing. He announced a new game, The Trial, which is a social media experiment sort of thing.
Like the big cube thing.
Like the big cube thing. Where it's basically just taking leaderboards and putting them onto real life things, I guess.
Right.
No one knows what it is. It's called The Trial.
Okay.
And so, the questions are, where's the Goddess Kickstarter money gone?
I'm gonna go ahead and
I'm gonna guess it's gone into development. But you've not finished one game.
Now you're making.
And now you're making another one. You got Peter Molyneux out there, spouting his usual nonsense, promising way too much.
Yep.
Goddess as a whole has been a massive overpromise and still not.
Well, that's just Peter Molyneux, isn't it?
Peter Molyneux. Goddess is Peter Molyneux encapsulated into one thing.
It's just you expected so much.
I just remember how Fable 3 was going to be changing the way we looked at games forever, and how it was going to be the greatest thing we've ever played. And
you're going to love the dog. In Fable 2, you were going to love the dog.
Oh, I did love the dog, to be fair.
Yeah, that was one thing, and then he killed it.
Yeah.
Literally. And then you had to put out a DLC where you could revive the dog.
Yeah.
Damn, that's 2009, 2010. That is a lifetime ago.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, we're contemporary here on the Pixel Show.
Yeah. So I sent some questions over, which were just basically asking what I've just wanted to know. So I got an email back from their PR.
So this is where I do not know what has happened.
Yeah, so I got an email back. I got a few. We've been exchanging. Basically, what's happened is the PR guy went out of office. So so I was like, it doesn't matter. This week, you can send me answers sometime this week. I'll run the story once we get some quotes. So they got back to me today.
Right. Okay.
Hi, Joel. This is where it gets interesting, because these are the people he's got to talk to. Because 22 Cans is Peter Molyneux. For those that don't know Peter Molyneux, if you don't know Peter Molyneux...
He's the king of the overhype.
Yes. He used to work at Bullfrog and EA back in the 90s. He created the God genre.
Pretty much.
Populous, Black and White. I think he worked on Roller Coaster Tycoon. I think that's his thing. Bullfrog developed some amazing games. Syndicate, the first Syndicate, the strategy game, the actual good.
Yeah, before
Syndicate.
It got.
Well, no, the first person shooter Syndicate was alright, but there's another thing.
And then of course, Fable.
And Fable, and the cube thing.
I don't remember what it was called now.
I can't even remember. You tapped on your phone. And,
tap the cube.
And then Peter Molyneux, actually, the promise inside was. What was it? It was like a video of him. It was literally a video of him inside, I think.
Of him literally talking about Goddess, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was basically a giant announcement for Kickstarter.
Wasn't there?
All aboard the hype cube.
The weird Kinect kid as well.
Oh God, Milo.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was one thing that never happened.
Yeah.
His massive This is kind of what cemented Peter Molyneux.
Yeah.
In 2009 at the Natal.
Project Natal,
announcement.
Oh, those are the days.
Where you could scan in a piece of paper to connect, and Milo would look at it and go, "That's a great fish." Something like that. I don't know. That was creepy.
Oh, it was creepy.
It was completely and utterly fake.
It was a virtual friend.
Yeah, it was.
People with no friends.
Gamers need those.
And you could guarantee if it did happen, he would die at some point. You would watch him age.
Or he'd grow sentient and we'd all be doomed.
It'd be like the film Her, where the guy falls in love with his phone. Except you could fall in love
there
with
would be someone falling in love with Milo.
Thing, yeah.
Milo was a 9-year-old kid.
A console demon.
We just said he might age.
You said he might age, yeah.
Yeah, age in real time.
Now
he would be what? If he was 9 in 2009.
You don't know what human years equate to Milo years.
Milo's 14 now.
Yeah. That's still too young to fall in love with him.
You don't know how old the person playing is.
Yeah. So anyway.
Don't tread on young love, Joel.
So 22 Cans was Peter Molyneux's break back into smaller development. indie development,
Yeah.
sort of. And the Kickstarter has been weird from day one because it's like, you're a very successful man, Peter Molyneux. You know people that can give you lots of money, and I know you put a lot of money into Goddess as it is, but asking for $300,000.
Crowdfunding's all the rage.
2012 it was. I don't know if it still is now.
Well, yeah. People just do it because they can.
It just is. But so 22 Cans is a much smaller studio than what he's dealing with. So obviously, when I got this email, I was kind of ecstatic, but also incredibly worried as to the people this PR person is now speaking to.
I suppose.
I've just caught up with Peter, and I'm afraid he and our design team are presently locked away in a design sprint right now while they flesh out the next few months' worth of content we'll be producing as a studio. We're still keen to supply you with answers to your questions, but I'm afraid it doesn't look like I'll be able to source answers from Peter directly this week. Would it be okay to come back to you with responses either next week or more likely the week after? Sincere apologies for the delay. However, we're in end-of-the-year planning mode right now, and as such, our senior staff's time and for unscheduled tasks is very limited. That is terrifying. Peter Molyneux is being asked my questions about where $3,500 is gone.
Are you dead certain? There's part of me that doesn't believe.
Where I already know the answer that I'm going to get, which is they're going to spout off Kickstarter's terms and conditions to me, which is that they don't have to
disclose, maybe, or.
Well, no, it's not that. They don't actually have to fulfill what they promised. Which, that's why Peter Molyneux went there.
Yeah.
I was discussing with one Gregor Smith this afternoon.
Oh yeah.
That yes, no, it's a very big issue. Like, you can understand with very small people that stuff doesn't get made, and like Double Fine, game development's expensive. That's why they ran out of money so quick. Also, maybe hiring Elijah Wood to voice your character, probably a reason.
It was good, but
yeah, no, it's just maybe at some point we'll actually get a response from Peter Molyneux himself.
Yeah, just the way that as soon as you read the line, I just come back with Peter, and I was just like, yeah, have you really?
Maybe he has though, because
maybe I'm just really too cynical about PR or whatever.
No,
but I'm just like,
no, because it's like 22 Cans. Other than like the obvious financial teams, Peter Molyneux is the one who knows everything that went everywhere with that money.
Yeah,
he will have divvied it up. He will know what's what. It's just terrifying.
So maybe, you never know, a coming week on the Pixel Shed we can promote this. Questions from the one and only Peter Molyneux.
Answered questions. Oh my god. No, I actually tweeted. I heard also a couple tweets with them, and they said, "Oh yeah, we'll get back to you," with a smiley face, because obviously their social media team's different from the PR team, I think.
Yeah.
And I said, well, maybe one day we'll get an interview with the big man himself, eh? Yeah. At Peter Molyneux. No response.
Yeah, of course not.
That would be pretty cool, though.
Get a phone interview on here.
Yeah, no, he's only in Guildford. I could go down there with a Zoom.
Yeah.
Hey, Peter, let's talk about some video games. Do you want to be on Pixel Shed for Christmas?
Pete!
Hey,
Pete! Can I get a picture?
Selfie, Pete! We'll use this as the cover art this week. I'll Photoshop you into the shed.
I was gonna say, is he really gonna wanna
Can we get him on Pixel
come
Shed
into
TV?
our shed after we've explained what goes on in the shed?
Maybe.
Maybe Peter Molyneux.
Maybe we'll cut that part for the Peter Molyneux demo.
Yeah. But no. So that has been the links part of the Pixel Shed. If you want to continue listening,
click here.
Go to. You can either. There will probably either be a link in the post that you're looking at now.
Link.
Yeah. On
like,
the link
favorite,
itself.
Subscribe.
Or you can go to Pixel Shed channel on YouTube. I still don't know what the actual link is for that. Let me find out now. I bet it's a bunch of numbers and letters because I haven't actually
said anything.
Maybe I'll do that before I put this up.
Or you can stand outside your door and shout for us loud enough, and we'll probably turn up and guide you there.
Yeah.
The shed will.
Oh no! You can just.
The Pixel Shed will materialize like
We'll
the TARDIS.
fly down in our shed spaceship.
If you put into YouTube Pixel Shed channel, we're pretty much the first one because the channel name at the moment is www.youtube.com/channel/capital U, capital C, small q, capital X, 4, capital C, capital... Oh, God! All in capitals, nerd.
How apropos. Wow.
8, small r, 3, small I, 6, capital G, E, capital B, capital J, 6, H, K, D, and capital A.
It just sounds like you're reading out a capture.
Yeah. Did you see Moot disabled capture on 4chan's disgusting board poll?
Oh my god.
And it is now currently a cesspool of everything wrong with 4chan.
Oh, of course.
But also, Moot has embedded into the website someone explaining sexual acts that you can't mute. You have to mute your computer. So, good job, Moot, for basically killing Paul.
Of all the places, why would you?
No, because I think he's going to shut it down, which will be great because that means like a massive part of Gamergate's
But then they'll go elsewhere.
movement. Yeah, they will go elsewhere, but they won't be as big. A massive part of Gamergate's following it goes to Paul. So, good job.
Yeah, I suppose.
So that's been the links part. We just said the YouTube channel, but basically if you just type in Pixel Shed channel, you'll find us.
Yeah.
I'm at Lime Wizard.
I'm at Captain Liger.
And Ollie.
And I'm at Mighty Crabulon.
And you can carry on listening to this in another part, but if you're listening through the YouTube channel, you won't have to go anywhere. It's literally just going to carry on.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So, buy the link.
We're not policed over there.
Yeah. Buy the link.
Buy the link.
And hello, Pixel Shed channel.
Hello, Pixel Shed channel.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, Video Game Awards.
I didn't get to promote my podcast.
Oh, do you want to promote your podcast?
Doesn't matter.
Well, I can splice it in.
Link people won't go there anyway.
I'll put that into the post.
Yeah, do it.
I'll put it in. I'll probably splice it in from last episode.
Yeah.
This is our channel.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You even did the introduction this week.
I did.
I heard. I was like, oh.
We've got over 100 listens now. Oh,
Don't know where they came
how
from.
quaint.
Yes, Video Game Awards happened.
Well, it's not the VGAs, is it?
The Keeleys.
Yeah, the Jeffs, as we call
Jeff.
Is it
them.
not VGAs anymore?
It kind of is, but kind of isn't.
It's
more like the Video Jeff Awards.
Movies get the Oscars, we get the Jeffs.
Yeah. I mean, he's put the most work into actually getting something like this going for years and years, so good on him. Let's call them the Jeffs. The Jeffs were in. It was a boring time, but it's way better than the last few offerings that they gave us.
Yeah.
Because it focused on actual video games.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of fillery nonsense.
Yeah, there's a lot of trailers. There's a lot of Shadow of Mordor trailers.
There's a lot of adverts.
There's a lot of adverts and.
Buy
our season
Shadow
pass.
Mordor adverts, and there was another one as well. Like Forza had quite a few adverts, and
Far Cry 4.
At least they were video game adverts, yeah.
Yeah, at least they're all video game related, and not when you watch Spike.
When I got home and
oh yes, because
at about 3 a.m. and decided to turn them on to see what was going on, I just saw a band playing.
Yeah.
I did.
I
saw a minute of that.
Was that the No Man's Sky band?
I didn't see what it was, but it.
Yeah, no. No Man's Sky was shown more. No Man's Sky was shown.
Yeah.
Because the next day after that, the PlayStation Experience happened.
Yeah.
Which we'll talk about.
Yeah, I know virtually nothing about the PlayStation thing, so.
I will get some of the news up.
It's be interesting.
No, that band was playing because they're doing the music for
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
So if I'd had a bit more
bad.
of a context, then I might not have turned it off.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, strictly.
No, because
they were. At
the PlayStation Experience, they played a massive concert for it while No Man's Sky visuals went on.
I mean, I didn't really see them. I'm not saying they were bad or anything like that, but I just saw it and said I can't be asked to sit through music shows because I want to watch the Game Awards, so I thought I'll watch it the next day.
They
when
feel
I can
the need to have these
stuff.
sorts of things at these award shows all the time for games, specifically.
Well, it's not just with games, it's everything. Anything trying to get some kind of mainstream publicity. You
Yeah.
always get a music act in there. It's like Kid Rock at WrestleMania
Oh,
all
yeah.
over again.
Yeah.
And there's the reference of the
Boom.
week.
He's one of Jim Johnston's 5 like artists of doom that he uses for everything in WWE. Kid Rock's one of them.
Oh God, doom being the right word.
Yes, absolutely.
So, the most interesting thing about the Video Game Awards was the fact that most of the awards didn't get handed out on screen.
Yeah, we saw. There must have. I can remember. Well, a ballpark figure would probably be about.
Would you say about 5, 6?
5 or 6 actual presentations. Yeah.
Yeah. Trey Parker beat Kevin Spacey.
I was happy about that.
Oh, yeah, for South Park.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I actually have. Oh, the one that we were laughing the most at was the
Sports and racing.
Oh, yeah.
Sports and racing.
Incredible.
So there was FIFA.
Yep.
There's NBA.
Yep.
There was Forza, because it was sports and racing combined into one, just to get it over and done with.
Yeah.
Trials.
Trials, and Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart 8 won it. That was amazing.
We found it hilarious.
It was
Mario
the best
Kart
moment.
beat FIFA in the sports category.
Yeah, that was so
incredible.
good. And Reggie was there,
Yeah.
and constantly looked like he wanted to beat up Jeff Keighley.
Well, I think it's fair because I suppose FIFA divides the audience quite a bit. You've got the people who love it.
But
You've got
also,
some people who
wasn't
you've got the casual players, and then you've got the people who say, "Oh, I will never play a FIFA game.
Yeah.
It never changes."
But at the same
who
time,
doesn't love Mario Kart?
But at the same time, I was surprised FIFA was on there anyway.
I wasn't at all.
No, because it's an American show.
It's
And
still
it's
played a fair bit.
Whereas Madden doesn't sell over here, FIFA doesn't sell over there.
I think it's alright.
I think it does better than Madden
Yeah,
does over here.
Yeah.
But I was expecting like Madden to be in place.
Yeah, but
did
I
Madden?
mean, football.
I'm assuming a Madden came out.
Yeah, Madden's.
I mean,
like,
football's
this year.
growing in America, though, isn't
Wasn't
it?
it?
The popularity's going up all the time. So I say FIFA probably sells pretty well over there.
Yeah. Nintendo did fairly well, actually.
Yeah, Nintendo did fairly well. They won Best Fighter.
With Smash.
Alpha Smash.
Yeah.
Smash Wii U, that is.
They won Developer of the Year, where there was a very awkward moment when Jeff presented Reggie with that trophy, not on a stage. No.
Yeah, that was one of the ones that was just kind of a bit random and.
Yeah, it was kind of just interjected into there. It was like, "Hey Reggie, congratulations on winning the best fighting game. Here's your trophy, and also you've won Developer of the Year. We don't have another trophy on hand to give you at the minute, but
Here's your trophy.
Here's the trophy."
And they talked about stuff. Like,
Yeah.
So it doesn't sound like the most well-organized event.
It was it was well organised, but it's just like last year where it was just like obviously they didn't have the time.
Let's just talk
Even
about
though
all these other things and here are the awards quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like even though in 3 hours they couldn't give an hour to just giving awards out and
Yeah.
letting people have a few words to say.
They showed Trending Gamer on the show.
Oh God, they did.
Amazing.
I
So
saw your response on Twitter.
yeah, so Total Biscuit.
Shall we remain silent for a
I
few minutes and just
absolutely-
let Joel talk?
I absolutely
So
relished the salt.
I finished listening to the Giant Bombcast after the Video Game
I'm going to
Awards
step
for this
away
week,
from the microphone.
from last week.
Yeah.
And Jeff Gerstmann said that because he was a judge.
He was a judge on that.
Yeah,
Oh, for the other awards, I
Yeah.
assume, because that was a fan vote. Right?
but because it was fan voted, they got to submit their own anyway.
Just their own
um,
votes, you mean?
So they got to submit what they thought should go into.
Yeah,
the
but it wouldn't have
categories.
any. Oh, into the categories.
Yeah,
like
no,
of the
into-
nominees.
so like they voted, the judges voted on what games were
Available.
were going into each category.
Yeah,
So best
okay,
independent
fair
game, like they would all vote, and then like,
They'd say, yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd
for the
choose
fan
the
ones-
nominees
for
essentially.
What it sounds like for the fan ones is that they just submitted like, oh, I think these people should
Yeah,
go in, and
fair
then
enough.
the fans vote on what the judges chose.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
So if I remember correctly, Jeff basically said that when it was presented to them, it wasn't presented as best trending gamer. It was presented as something entirely different. It was
Okay.
just like, it was like best personality on the internet.
All right, fair enough.
which, if it was presented
Then
like
why
that,
was Twitch Plays Pokemon on the list if this is a personality?
because they changed it, didn't they?
I think
to
that was a
Best
different
Trending
award.
Gamer.
That was a different award, wasn't it? I thought
It
that
is.
was
no, trending.
best like internet
Oh, yeah.
creation.
Yeah,
or
fan
something.
creation.
I've
Twitch
got-
Plays Pokemon won
I've got
Best
things,
fan creation.
Damn
by
it.
things
Anonymous.
mixed up.
I wanted
Yeah.
Eager Raptor to win.
So what? So basically, and then like, Gersman said himself, like, if it was presented like that, he would know what to put down, because he would just put down people he thinks are the best.
Trending? Oh, right, no, it's the
personalities
other way
and,
around.
you
Yeah.
know. So, I think what happened was he just put himself down 5 times as a joke because
Yeah.
he didn't know what to put. It was just
Right.
like, stuff it.
Okay.
I think the joke was that he thought he was going to do that and then he just didn't submit it.
Right.
He didn't submit anything for that,
Yeah.
and someone somewhere must have submitted his name multiple times
Yeah, I guess.
because he's Jeff Gersman.
Mm.
He's been doing this longer than
Yes.
most people.
Yeah.
Like, dude demands respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a Lifetime Achievement Award, though.
No, but Lifetime Achievement Award would go to Ryan Davis, may he rest in peace. That was me doing a nun.
That went to someone else, though, didn't it?
It went to someone else. It went to Total Biscuit, the total dick.
I was talking about the Lifetime Achievement thing, but alright.
Oh, who did Lifetime? Oh, the
Went
Lifetime
to
Achievement
the-
went to Koji Kondo.
The Sierra people.
Oh no, yes, Koji Kondo got what? No,
Went
he
to
didn't.
Ken
get-
Williams and
Yes, Ken Williams and Roberta Williams.
Roberta. Oh,
Oh, it was so cute.
they're adorable.
It was so cute. Oh,
The two of them.
and like the stupid and
They've been married something stupid like 50 years now or
Yeah,
whatever.
they got married when they were like 18 and 19 years
It's
old.
lovely.
And they're still together. She's like 61, he's 60.
She's tiny.
She's
She's just
tiny.
too small for the
She's
mic.
she's too small for the microphone. And her dumb nerd husband broke the microphone.
He's like, I broke it. Sorry, I can't put it down
Yeah.
anymore.
It was there like this. I'm sorry, love. I can't do anything. But but people were ecstatic over Ken and Roberta because no one's been able to speak to them for
Yeah,
years.
yeah, that's the thing.
Like, everyone's tried to reach out to them and they've just had none of it.
Yeah.
Which is so exciting. It's like, yes! Here's these two
Yeah.
OGs.
Because they are, like, they deserve to be
Yeah.
respected
I
in
mean,
that way.
King's Quest, Space Quest, everything that came out of Sierra
Mm,
influenced something somewhere along the lines.
definitely.
Like, I'm pretty sure it influenced LucasArts games at the time as
Yeah,
well.
and even games like the Telltale games now.
Yeah,
you
it's
don't-
like storytelling in
Yeah.
video games. Came from them. But going back to Trending Gamer, because
Yeah.
if
Biscuits.
the entire people in that audience, like the industry professionals in that audience,
Maybe I should
are
say
all
that.
against Gamergate, why would you have 2 Gamergate supporters on screen at once?
I would say.
Boogie, 2988. I can't believe I have to call a man Boogie and Total Biscuit in this day and age.
The Boogie Biscuits. Yeah.
Like, in a professional manner, whenever I write about Total Biscuit or anything like that,
You call him John Bain.
I put John Bain down, and I always preface each article that I write or anything that I write, I refuse to call him Total Biscuit or the Cynical Brit because they're
Just a
fucking
YouTube-
stupid
It's
names.
a YouTube handle.
I don't care if they're a brand.
It's the
It's like,
YouTube thing.
it's like, keep your brand name away from yourself.
I think if you want that sort of serious thing, you don't go to YouTube for it.
No, but it's like even like I know like PewDiePie calls himself PewDiePie, but like he presents himself as Felix. Like, I hate PewDiePie with a lot of passion.
I don't really watch PewDiePie stuff, so I wouldn't really
No,
know.
but like I think his content's trash,
It
and
is,
also
right?
he's just a trash man himself. Like I get why the kids like him, but there's a lot of reasons why you shouldn't like PewDiePie. There are a shit ton of reasons why you shouldn't like Total Biscuit.
Oh, absolutely.
He is a terrible, scummy man who shouldn't be. Who I get his thing is the cynical Brit. Like, we've got 3 of those at the minute. We got Yahtzee Croshaw.
Yeah.
Who is now irrelevant because no one wants 2009 anger humor anymore.
I think he's still funny.
He is, and then
I
he's
mean,
not,
I don't-
and it's just like, come on, Yahtzee.
I don't know if you're just being overly critical.
I am
Maybe
overly
you're being a cynical
Or
Brit.
maybe you are.
Fuck off.
Maybe you're just jealous that you can't have that title, Joel.
No, I don't want that title. I
Don't you
think
wanna be the
Britain's a
cynical
pile of dog shite. I don't want Brit.
Are you being
attached-
cynical about Britain?
Yeah.
Suits. You should make a boy band. The Cynical Brits. It could be you, Turtle Biscuit, Yahtzee,
And Jim Sterling.
and Jim Sterling. Perfect. The
But like
Cynical
Jim
Brits.
Sterling's a great guy
Jim
now.
Sterling's brilliant.
He's still fixing himself. You know, he did a lot of bad shit in the past. But like Total Biscuit's there like this. Yeah, I don't think the death threats against Anita Sarkeesian and Zoe Quinn and I don't think they're relevant because they're not dead yet. Fuck off, you bellend. Fucking tool. What a dick. What a dick Total Biscuit is.
What context was that said in?
Huh?
What context was that
He was
said
asked what he thinks of the death threats against
in?
Anita Sarkeesian and Zoe Quinn and
Yeah.
Brianna Wu
Mm.
and all that lot. Who, yes, take the death threats very seriously that people are considering shooting up schools because Anita
course.
Sarkeesian is going there, and you don't think they're credible because they're not dead yet?
Yeah.
Fuck off. Also, his twitlongers are like the most infuriating things ever. It's like, shut up! I want to throttle you.
It's
And
so
I- and
interesting now we're not on the link anymore, how things change.
Yeah, and it's like, I get that he's ill and he wanted to say stuff like that, and you know, a round of applause that you're not dead yet yourself.
Jesus Christ.
But come on. I don't know what Keeley thought about. I don't know. I know it was a fan vote, but like when Keeley saw his name on the list and saw what he was saying, I don't know why he didn't take him off. Like, yes, it would have caused a massive uproar within his weird fan base, which you type in Total Biscuit into Twitter, he will either reply to you. You know, you don't have to even tag him. He'll reply to you even if you don't tag him, or his fans will, which is what I've realised, which is always a fun experiment. So you use the word TB, and they still find you because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for a fight, and I don't know why. I'm looking for a fight. I just want to punch Total Biscuit in the face. John Bain. Fuck you, I used the word Total Biscuit. Anyway, Total Biscuit, what a trash heap he was. I don't care about Esports Player of the Year. I don't know who he is. Nadeshot. Nad E-Shot.
Firebat didn't win, that's what matters.
What didn't?
Firebat didn't win. The Hearthstone player. The guy who won BlizzCon. Yeah, he didn't win, so.
No, and then Game of the Year.
Yeah, I realised
just
that on
move
the
on to Game
video
of
we
the
didn't actually speak about Game of the Year.
Yeah, we didn't actually speak about
We
Game
didn't get
of the
around
Year,
to
which
it,
was
'cause the
Dragon Age
camera was
Inquisition.
dying.
Game of the Year is something that none of us have played, and I think
Yeah, I
But
think
like
we were all
happy.
disappointed.
We were a bit disappointed that Dragon Age Inquisition won it because it's Dragon Age Inquisition.
There were so many other good options there.
But at the same time, I'm happy that Bayonetta 2 and Hearthstone.
They were better.
Hearthstone didn't need the publicity that it, you know.
No.
I wouldn't say I'm unhappy that Inquisition won it.
No, I'm
So
not
that is-
unhappy. It's
No,
just that I've no experience with the Dragon Age series except for the first one.
I like the first one. Wasn't a huge fan of the second, but I'm fairly happy to see it win because it's so often you get these kind of awards go to the big mainstream things like Call of Duty and stuff. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything against Call of Duty.
No,
I think it's
I
refreshing
think Call
to
of
see
Duty should have been in the Game of the Year for this
yeah,
year.
but I think it's refreshing to see it go to something like a fantasy RPG.
That's
You wouldn't
exciting.
probably consider one of the more mainstream games, even though it's made by, even though you've got EA giving it all the publicity.
But like, could you imagine if Bayonetta 2 won it? How bizarre that would be. We live in a world where a niche title has won Game of the Year
Well, yeah.
on one of the biggest video game awards shows going.
That's why I think. That's why I was happy with the nominees for this because I think.
Like seeing Bayonetta 2 being given 5 minutes.
Yeah, just the fact that it got nominated.
And it was given 5 minutes and like a nice overvoice thing, and it wasn't just shuffled aside like. And then Conan O'Brien ruined it all.
The Conan O'Brien segments was friggin' terrible.
Did you see any of those?
No, I've not seen.
Because
They
on
got-
his show, he kind of previewed each Game of the Year nominee, and they showed clips from that.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, because have you ever seen Conan's like stuff? Like he does like the
Him being
bad
stupid,
gamer
playing games, basically.
Right,
Yeah.
thing. he's a trash heap. You can see the video for our
So
reaction.
yeah, he went through those, and
yeah. I don't know which one's going to go up first, the podcast or our drunk reactions to the Game of the Year.
Basically, he didn't know what Hearthstone was.
Yes. And
Okay.
and that segment lasted all but 20 seconds.
Yeah, he gave like each one of them, even if he didn't know much about them. Like with Bayonetta, he was like, "Oh, look at Bayonetta. She looks like a sexy social worker or something like that."
Screen at
Or
that
real estate agent is what he said. I think
God's
he was like,
sake.
"Oh, look at her, the way her bum's curved out and all that. Oh, she's working out in the gym." And then when it got to Hearthstone, he was just like, "I don't know what this is," and then just moved on.
And he's like,
I was like,
"Why?
Oh.
You could have got if you wanted to use those internet personalities and trending gamers.
Yeah.
You would have had each one, even if Total Biscuit said anything about it. I wouldn't care because at least someone who knew something would have said something.
Yeah.
Not Conan O'Brien. They only got Conan O'Brien because he's a big name.
Just mainstream media.
Yeah. Because someone somewhere knows Jeff Keighley to link him up with Conan O'Brien.
We're going back to the Kid Rock at WrestleMania point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, that was.
Was there anything really worth? Anything
No,
get revealed?
It was kind of
Zelda stuff happened.
Oh, Zelda stuff happened.
Zelda looked good. We didn't see a lot.
We couldn't see shit.
Couldn't see the screen.
But from what we see, it's exactly what we expected from what they told us about. And can only be a good thing.
I saw more through zoomed-in GIFs than I did anything else.
Link's a gymnast now. He can vault off a horse.
Yeah.
It looks huge.
And the horse has its own AI where it won't bump into trees.
Yeah, it runs by
and
itself. Yeah.
apples will grow on the trees, and you can pick them to recover health.
You can eat that.
You can eat. Yes, it was Anuma and Miyamoto's creepy overvoice people that they get, and it's like Anuma's is always super like soothing and but, like creepily soothing.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh yes, the map is on the Wii U pad. And Miyamoto's just there like this, and it's like the zoom in bit of like Miyamoto almost touching Anuma's crotch, and somewhere's fantasy is getting.
The Nintendo impressions continue.
See, I watched this and I started to get excited for Zelda, and then it hit me that I don't own a Wii U and I probably never will. So maybe I should give you some warning in advance that at some point when it's released, you might just see me in the middle of the night tapping on your window. I play it with you.
Yeah. But the most exciting news that actually came out of the Zelda news was that Star Fox was coming out before Zelda.
Yeah.
Star Fox.
Care about Star Fox more than
they said
Zelda.
that Zelda will be coming out like winter 2015.
Yeah.
So you can expect like Star Fox maybe autumn.
Autumn
2015.
Something like that.
I was about to say fall, and then I realised that we're not
Fall.
and that we're not thingamajigs Americans.
Yeah.
What else was
But
shown?
we still haven't seen anything
Mario
of Star
Maker was
Fox.
shown.
That looks good.
They changed the graphics, and someone's done this very in-depth thing into the trailer where it seems that they've changed the physics for each tile set.
Oh.
So that you will be able to do stuff, that you want to with each version of the game.
Okay.
Like, hey, I know I want Mario World physics because
I see.
they're the best physics.
Yeah, because it might be more floaty or
Yeah.
whatever. Okay.
But also, will Nintendo drop the ball on it by not allowing for online sharing of levels? Or will it be like some situation where it's like, download your mates, I guess?
This needs online sharing.
Yeah,
I
took it as a given.
In a way, you take it as a given. Now think back.
But you think about Nintendo's online history. Yeah.
But just think on some, makes me think of something like Trials.
Yeah.
Where
like
the community on that was so good with the kind of creations it could get.
Yeah.
The game didn't get old.
Like
this is perfect. This is exactly the same kind of mold as something like Trials.
So the things that Mario Maker needs is online sharing, because Smash Brothers doesn't have online sharing for its levels creator.
Is it not?
Nope.
Did it used to?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
It's still not in there, which is bizarre.
Yeah.
It needs online sharing. Even if it's just like Nintendo's best picks of the week.
Yeah.
Because obviously they don't want
Trash.
a load of penises.
And dicks.
And here's Mario Swastika number 3.
Hey, Nintendo have had swastikas in their games before.
Yeah. Yeah. They need online sharing. They need the physics thing to be true, not just some fans trailer analysis.
Yeah.
They need to allow you to build level. If you cannot create, like, I can't remember which person said this, but if you cannot create your favorite levels in Mario Maker, then what's the point?
Yeah.
So it needs to be able to be fully fleshed out, and like, I want to build this level that can span 5 minutes, and like, it's a race against the clock.
Okay.
Yeah. That it needs to, and also it needs to have the ability to go down warp pipes.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
And you need to be able to link levels together.
Yeah.
By having him go through the doors or whatever, the castle.
Yeah, the castles, yeah.
It needs to all work together. Like, ideally, it would be like, this world is Mario World, and then you go here, you go to the next level, and it's New Super Mario Bros. And you just turn it off because New Super Mario Bros. Sucks outside the first game.
I don't know if you need to do that with it.
No, that's just my idea of what would be cool.
Oh. Yeah.
But anyway, more interesting news.
Yeah, well, the main thing I noticed about the Game Awards is they were hyping it up as there was something like a dozen big worldwide reveals.
And everything was what we've already seen.
Yeah, they
World premieres is what they call
Yeah, we thought they were going to be new huge reveals. Like, remember we've had games like Mass Effect and Elder Scrolls revealed.
Yeah,
at the Game
Dark
Awards,
Souls 2 last year.
Yeah,
Metal
we
Gear
didn't get
Solid
anything.
5.
Metal Gear Solid 5 was teased.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we didn't get anything like that. We got new footage of existing games.
Yep.
Which, some of it looked good. Like, we got new Witcher 3 footage,
Yep.
which I was excited about, and now they've crushed my dreams. But yeah, it seemed a bit lacking in terms of those big reveals. I don't know if they're all being saved for like E3 and that kind of thing.
I think some of them were saved for the PlayStation experience the next day.
Yeah.
Like the Uncharted thing.
Yeah, like the Uncharted stuff. But also, I think you'll see. I just don't think anyone has really anything of substantial.
When are we going to see Fallout 4?
This is what people are asking. Bethesda just keeps saying, nah, guys.
Oh, they've got to be doing.
You don't need it yet.
With it.
When am I going to see F-Zero in HD?
I thought they were genuinely going to bring it up. But then what was it they brought up? Zelda that they brought up.
And Splatoon. Very briefly.
But anyway, moving on to the next day. PlayStation stuff was announced. There was a lot of the PlayStation experience, which was actually a surprisingly good little keynote.
Was it?
It was alright. It was very standard,
I've seen one thing from it, and a lot of people were disappointed.
Uncharted 4, I know that.
Yeah, so they opened up with Uncharted 4, and I thought it was just going to be another trailer and maybe some 2-minute bit of gameplay just to show like a montage, like, here's all the stuff that's going to be in Uncharted 4. It was a 15-minute demo.
Nice.
They showed off Uncharted 4.
Good.
They showed off not a substantial, but probably like a substantial chunk of a level.
More than you'd expect.
That game looks good.
Does it?
That look like, I mean,
It says
graphically,
our Uncharted
it looks.
man. Oh, right.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Also, it looks like they fixed the shooting. Like, it looks like you can shoot a dude and he'll die very quick.
Am I the only person that isn't a huge fan of getting that gameplay right off the bat? Because I like getting a teaser. Say we've just mentioned Fallout 4. If we got a short teaser trailer for Fallout 4 with just a bit of backstory and things like that, that would get me so excited. And when you're given the gameplay right off the bat, you'll get excited for it.
No, because they teased at E3. They teased Uncharted 4 at E3 with a trailer, and basically what this confirmed to people was, no, what you saw in the trailer, like that fidelity of graphics, is going into the game.
Okay, yeah.
Because like they opened up with like everything is running on a PS4.
Yeah.
It looks better than The Last of Us remaster. It's very colourful jungles. I mean, there's a lot of green stuff.
Oh yeah.
Kind of reminiscent of the first Uncharted. But no, then it's like Drake now has like a lasso thing that he can throw onto branches and other stuff and swing round and then murder more dudes.
So,
And of course, we got the big news that the superstars of voice acting
Yes.
together at last.
So the demo ends with Drake escaping because it looked like they were focusing more on stealth. It was weird. It was like, here's how stealth works. Like in big bushes, Drake will dive in and he'll hunker down. You know, he'll sneak through the bushes, and then you can take dudes down silently and stuff like that. And it will highlight dudes. And it will show you where they're. It will give you like small vision cone stuff, from Last of Us.
Yeah.
So like Drake's climbing on a cliff, and then he gets caught, and it's like, oh no, I'm caught, and he says something funny, and then he dives down and kills more dudes. But no, so like the demo ends with him escaping and someone pulling a gun on him, and it turns out it's his brother, his older brother.
Drake from Drake and Josh.
Yeah.
Drake Bell.
And then it turns out that
and then their dad shows up, Indiana Drake.
Yeah, no. And then it turns out I didn't know who the voice actor was at the start because Troy Baker seems to just hide himself within voice acting. He's got such good range that he can do pretty much any. Like Nolan North has excellent range, but Troy Baker, goddamn. Like, I know he does the same bloody voice for each character, but each time it's like, is that Troy Baker? Yeah. I'm not sure. And then it was confirmed that, Troy Baker and Nolan North in one game together. It looks like the typical Uncharted setup. They're looking for treasure. You can guarantee either the brother's going to turn on Drake or the treasure's going to tear him apart, and it's going to be a family drama.
It really is like Indiana Jones. Even more. Even down to the lasso now.
What's that?
So it's even more like Indiana Jones
now.
Even down to the lasso.
No, but it just looks like they've made things quicker.
Yeah.
It looks like another Uncharted game, but with nicer graphics.
Fair enough.
You know, I didn't like the ending of the second one. But it was a much better game.
Okay.
I kind of enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
And you know, I'll shoot more dudes, I guess.
What was next?
Bloodborne. My stream cut out. I don't know what Kill Strain is. I don't think they showed anything from it.
I mean, I saw a clip of people getting excited when Square Enix came out.
Yeah, so we'll get to that.
Okay.
Bloodborne, procedurally generated multiplayer chalice dungeon.
That's a lot of words.
That's a lot of words. So basically, you'll enter like a specific dungeon. And it's like you could go this way or you could go this way, and it's a much more difficult. I think it'd be like a much more difficult route or something. Okay. But everything's randomized. You know, there's traps and stuff like that. It's like a roguelike.
Because that's basically the thing nowadays.
Yeah. Everything's randomized, and then there's a boss at the end, and you turn out at the place that you needed to get with probably a better reward or whatever.
The Binding.
And it's also. Yeah, and then it's like also like another dude will turn up and help you through it and whatnot.
Yeah,
so you work together. MLB, the show.
Baseball.
Puig.
We had
the guy on the cover is called
we had a good laugh at that.
Puig.
We
had a good laugh at that.
We did.
They just explained that it was launching on PS3, PS4, and Vita.
We said this at the time that they look surprisingly fun, even though we don't know anything about baseball.
No. But like you'll be able to continue your data from your career mode
one. Oh, that's cool.
From the last one.
Yeah.
So that now I think the words they used was like, now the game will last forever. So
until the next one.
And then the next one you'll probably be able to carry on 15.
It'll last forever and ever.
Ultra Street Fighter 4 coming to PS4.
Yeah.
That was kind of a surprise. Ono came on stage. He was very ecstatic. That man always surprises me with how ecstatic he is.
Oh, Ono's brilliant, yeah.
He didn't do the Blanca, though.
No. Yeah, as far as I can tell, there's not that many difference.
No, it just probably runs.
Yeah, it looks slightly... Graphics look... Oh, wait, no, we're talking about Ultra.
Yeah,
Ultra. I was thinking Street Fighter 5. We'll get onto that.
Ultra Street Fighter 4 probably just runs at the same capacity that the PC
I
version does.
I don't know what the hell Sony have done with Capcom, but
who knows? Because
they're best.
And also, what did they do with EA? Because this week, the weekend just gone, you were able to get 3 PlayStation games on each platform for free. I mean, they're all trash, but I
They're
don't
free.
know. I don't know. Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare. I don't know if.
Oh no, that's a good game. I
Is
actually
that a
really
good
like
game?
that. Yeah.
That was on PS4. The Vita was Need for Speed Rivals or something, or Most Wanted, and on PS3 was Mirror's Edge, which is trash.
Okay. Oh,
I kind of enjoy
Ooh.
Mirror's
I
Edge.
don't like Mirror's Edge.
I haven't played it, but it looks fine.
Street Fighter 5
Street Fighter 5
confirmed with a small little gameplay
to be
trailer.
exclusive. Yeah.
Yeah, and back on what I was saying, I thought we were talking about Street Fighter 5. It doesn't look too different.
I didn't take it really at face value because it is early game.
Yeah, it is early gameplay.
I guess that. Well, all
we'll
I can
see
see is
more
that,
next
yeah,
week.
I suppose how much can you
Capcom Cup.
change a Street Fighter game? I suppose.
Yeah, but I like the faces look more realistic.
Yeah.
They look more animated.
The
Things in the
Hadoukens look
background.
bigger.
Yeah.
That's what I noticed. The main difference is the
Everything
fireball
looks-
is slightly larger.
Yeah, everything looks more sparkly.
Yeah.
And things seem to be going on in the background more. And
I mean, there will be a lot of the stuff that casual fighting game fans won't notice.
yeah,
Like,
but like
there's the stuff like, oh, they changed the frames on this move,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all that sort of stuff.
yeah,
So I think
it
that's
just looked very pretty.
yeah, it looks
You know, more Street Fighter. Can you really complain?
yeah.
Yeah.
You
People
can
who want more Street Fighter are going to get more Street Fighter.
they have
Yeah, it's
bigger
PS4 and-
stages.
and PC.
Yeah,
so-
and it's cross-platform play.
yeah,
Is it?
which is really
Yeah.
nice.
Oh.
So PC players
'cause I
will be
know
able to
that-
wipe the floor.
I
With
know that out
PS4
of the current communities for Street Fighter, the Xbox Live one is far bigger. So the PlayStation one will probably need a boost from the PC people. And that's why it's good that it's
Yeah.
cross-platform.
I mean, I've seen this announcement and I love Street Fighter. I wouldn't say I'm a particular expert. I know when I've played Jacob, he's wiped the floor with me. But I enjoy my fighting games. And I love Street Fighter 4. I think I've had every version of it.
Yeah.
Partly to do with Steam upgrading it for free. But
yeah,
I
bought every
but yeah, I'm
one.
looking forward to this. And I saw it come to PS4 and I thought, shit, I've just got an Xbox One.
Yeah. It's also
But then,
coming to PC.
PC too. Well,
But it's like, speaking of the exclusivity, it's like a massive get for Sony
Definitely.
yeah.
because every fighting game.
Even tournaments these days that they run, in America and stuff, they use several Xbox versions more often than not.
Yeah.
So now
because
everyone's
it's
going
just
to have
easier and cheaper to
PS4s.
get hold- and
or,
now, and
or
now,
fucking PCs, but
Yeah,
you're not
and
going
now
to take 8 PCs to an event or something.
no, but it's like they're getting, Sony are getting Street Fighter 5 exclusively. I know, like. The
Why
PC
do we need
ver-
exclusivity anymore?
I don't know, but
Why
it's
does there
still.
even have to be a console? Why does anyone care anymore about console wars? About what you're fucking playing?
But like, it's just
We all like
interesting.
games.
What
What does this fucking
Yeah.
matter?
Money matters.
money matters. Someone's paid someone a lot of money.
Yeah, but then there's the fanboys that defend their purchase because they don't want to be wrong about buying the wrong thing, and it's just
Yeah.
like fucking.
But then also.
Oh no, I'm
Then it's like someone from I can't remember from I can't remember who said it from Phil Spencer from Microsoft. He said it's part of the competition. I don't think it's part of the competition because Killer Instinct and a 6-month Tomb Raider 2 thing, the Rise of the Tomb Raider exclusivity, doesn't hold a candle to getting Street Fighter.
No, it doesn't.
I
I mean, you always kind of assumed with Killer Instinct because Microsoft owns the Rare properties and that you'd expect it to be a Microsoft exclusive, but Capcom's out there, out as a free.
Yeah.
It's not tied to either one, and now it pretty much
with
is.
cross-platform play. I bet Capcom wanted cross-platform play amongst everything. I'm just talking out my ass at this point, but I bet they
Then
wanted cross-platform
they'd
play
probably be
because
like,
they wanted
yeah, no.
the community to be not dead all the time.
Yeah.
Like you go play Ultra Street Fighter 4
There's
on
always-
PC.
There's always people, but
There's always people, but on PC it's kind of.
I think PC definitely has the smallest,
It's not-
the
On
smallest player
360
base.
you'll
base.
find people.
Yeah.
On PS3 you'll find people.
But more often than not, it's the people who take it very seriously,
Yeah.
so it's quite hard to get into.
Yeah, but linking everything up, both communities together, fantastic. Got more of that.
Yeah.
More of that.
I mean, I think Xbox has probably got a fairly strong lineup coming up next year.
It's funny because I was thinking about this as we were talking earlier, and I was just like, what is coming out in 2015?
Yeah,
I can't think of anything.
Well, we've got Halo 5. There's potentially the new Gears of War. I don't know if that's got a release date yet.
They've said
they said it's in development.
They've said it's like they're making massive progress or something.
Yeah. So I mean, Xbox has got its big exclusives.
Yeah,
We've
it's
discussed
got
that
its
before.
stuff.
We've discussed that before. Where Xbox has probably got the stronger exclusives. So PS4, sorry, it's doing something to combat that.
Yeah.
They've got a big one here.
Because I mean, with the fighting game crowd, Sony lost the exclusivity to Tekken a few years ago with the Xbox 360.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
So
Tekken
I
6
guess
on
this is kind of
360,
maybe
aren't we?
reclaiming that in a way.
Yeah. But in more exciting news, you don't know how excited I am about
What
this.
exciting news is this?
This is going to be Metal Gear, isn't it?
No.
No?
Well, we didn't talk about Metal Gear Online. The game
I assume that was
but-
what the exciting news
No,
was going to
no,
be.
we'll get
coming
back to
through.
Metal Gear
Yeah, I was
Online.
saying whatever's more exciting is subjective.
No. This is
but-
maybe more exciting than Metal Gear Online for me, because I played the fourth one, and then went back to play the first one. I didn't really I didn't get too far into the first one, but now I have a reason to go back and play through all 4 Yakuza games, because Yakuza 5 is finally getting localized. 2 years on, we've got a confirmation that it's coming out in 2015.
Do you hear everyone going crazy now?
Oh my god, Yakuza 4 is such a good game. It is one of the only games in a long, long time where I have stayed up throughout the night and finished a game. Like, from turning the console on at 7 p.m. to realizing, oh god, it's 11 a.m.
Oh,
That was maybe the last game that I've done that with. It's just so good. It's just like more Yakuza. It's like, and then because it's coming to digital, like somewhere someone at Sega must have got the confidence back
right.
to say to Sony, like, actually, yeah, no, your third-party production stuff, because this is what most of this stuff is. Yes, we're going to get Yakuza 5 localized, and that means that the next Yakuza on PS4 will get localized, possibly, if this sells.
I suppose so.
And also making Yakuza 4 available for download, and I think Yakuza 3 is available for download. All they need to do now is put the localized version of the 1 and 2 HD collection out.
Then you've got everything.
But I don't think that was on PS3. I think that was on Wii U, which is
Oh.
an entirely other story altogether.
That's strange.
But Yakuza is such a good game, and like having Yakuza 5, you know, it's been 2 years since that game came out. 2 years, and now it's out. You get to fight a bear in that game. in the winter next to a log cabin.
Oh.
I think you don't just fight it with like a gun and stuff. You wrestle it. And then Tim Schafer came on stage.
Yep.
And they did a teleprompter joke.
Okay.
Day of the Tentacle remastered.
Oh.
Or, yeah.
Oh.
And, you know, more Grim Fandango stuff.
Okay.
So if you've never played Day of the Tentacle, which is maybe one of the best games of all, best adventure games of all time.
Yeah, people do say
And Grim Fandango came out in such a weird spot that not a lot of people got a chance to play it. And if you go back and play the PC version now, it doesn't really hold up.
You do generally hear good things about it.
Yeah. But now it's coming to Vita as well, and it's just so exciting because it's coming out on Vita.
Vita stuff.
Dude, that was the thing. The Vita got such a lot of love, but a lot of it is just ports of.
Yeah.
Or there's a Vita version
Well, that's
of
pretty
this.
much what it's been its entire life. The Vita.
Yeah.
like,
Super
oh.
Time Force
Oh yeah.
is getting Shu Yoshida as a playable character.
Wow.
He tweets
He
instead of
tweets.
shoots.
That's his attack.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was. I think the trailer was like. It's like he always wanted to kill a dinosaur, so he's cleared his schedule and set his emoticons to kill. I thought it was pretty funny,
Yeah.
but it's like it's such low level bar of humor.
Yeah. Why not?
Persona 5
Yeah, that's
More Japanese games getting some love.
big dealio. Yeah.
It's coming to PS4 as well as PS3.
Yeah.
So you can finally put your PS3 away and just keep your PS4 out, which a lot of people are keeping the PS3s
I see.
out for
Yeah.
Persona 5.
Because
But
of
at
the way
least
Persona
at least
4
it's
was.
been confirmed that it's coming to North America, and it's not just like, it's coming to North America at some point.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
it's like, yes, it's coming to PS4, it's coming to North America,
Good.
which means Europe will follow.
Hmm.
But also, I can just log into my US account and download Persona 5 now. Like, I don't have to worry about anything.
Oh, good.
And then, speaking of Japanese games getting some love, Square Enix came out.
Enix. Yeah, this is the bit I've seen.
Oh my god! So the guy came out. Have you seen this, Ollie?
Guys,
No, I haven't.
this is
Do you
what
know
you've been
what this
waiting
was?
for.
Nope.
For,
This is news
for
to me.
years
Right,
and
don't look at the
years.
screen. Don't look at
Okay.
that screen. So the guy from Square Enix came out and
He was quite
like,
happy.
he was
Happy man.
ecstatic to be out. He was like the devil. He came out. And a big Final Fantasy VII logo came up in the background.
Okay.
Everyone
People
explodes.
went ecstatic. Like, you should have seen Twitch chat.
Oh.
HD remaster!
Mental.
HD remaster! Oh my god!
what is
Oh
it?
my god!
Finally?
I was like,
Ah!
for a few minutes, you genuinely believed it. The crowd believed it. The camera panned across the crowd.
'Cause they kind of made these general statements like, "You've been waiting for it.
Yeah,
This is what you've wanted."
yeah. And I'm not a big fan of Final Fantasy VII.
No,
I consider Final Fantasy VII to be the one that kind of maybe didn't. Yeah, Final Fantasy IX was way better.
fair enough. I'm not in a place to argue.
Final Fantasy VII, Cloud and Sephiroth, and I just don't think the story's very good.
They're iconic.
They're iconic characters.
Yeah.
Anyway,
The amount
so
I know about Final Fantasy VII is the song that explains the story of it from Starbomb. That's all I know about the story, pretty much.
yeah, they kind of ruined Final Fantasy VII for themselves by doing a load of spin-offs and
Yeah,
stuff.
Dirge of Cerberus.
But no, so the guy came out and he was very happy, and they played a trailer, and throughout the trailer I was waiting for that moment of
Where it all
like,
kind of goes.
and it's like, and now you can experience, because it like did the little screen of like what the PlayStation
Okay.
1
Yeah, it had like a
graphics
big
were.
frame around it.
Yeah,
Sort of thing.
and it's like, you can experience. I was waiting for the moment where it's like, you can experience it in HD for the first time. It's like, and then it's like in 2016.
Hmm.
Here's what we're doing to the Kingdom Hearts series,
Hmm.
but with Final Fantasy VII,
Sure.
or to Final Fantasy X, but with Final Fantasy VII.
Oh.
Like, something
Oh,
similar.
of course,
Like,
yeah.
let's- You're waiting for it, and I'm there like this. I will play Final Fantasy VII if it comes out in HD.
Yeah,
'cause
I've always
it's
kind of
Final
wanted a
Fantasy-
chance to play
Yeah.
it. I mean,
Do you know what happened?
Go on.
Not that the HD remaster didn't happen.
Hit me with it.
They're just porting the PC up-resed version to
Yeah,
the PS4.
they even made a point of it, like, now with up-res graphics.
It looks exactly the fucking same as the PS1 version.
It was like, yeah.
It is literally just PS1 emulation because that's all the PC version
Now I
is.
can play this game on my HD TV.
The mods for Final Fantasy VII
Mm.
on PC have actually made an HD version of Final Fantasy VII.
It's that
Kind of
easy.
a low-red
Yeah.
HD version, but at least the models actually
Yeah, they look better.
they look better.
They're not really pointy.
They look like humans.
Yeah,
It was just a fucking farce.
yeah.
The end. It was such a strong showing of like PlayStation. Here, we're back from 2013 because 2014 was kind of a lousy year.
Yeah.
2015 is gonna be fucking strong. We're here with video games. Look at all these video games.
Give you what you want.
Ah! And then they kind of ended on a wet fart
Yeah,
in your face.
because they panned on the crowd after the trailer and stuff, and people were like,
And then they made it even worse.
It's kind of awkward.
And then they made it even worse.
And then they made it even worse in only the way that Square Enix can.
Nope, Square Enix fucking pissed off after that.
Oh, right, fair enough.
They were out. It was there like this. There's a Tumblr post going around that shows the crowd before,
And the crowd after.
the crowd after, and then the guy
guy's
on
been like-
stage. And the guy on stage is that it's not going to work over audio.
Well, show us at least.
I'll show you. He's there like this. He's like laughing like.
Hmm.
His head's high in the sky, he's bent backwards, like
Proper-
he's contorted
proper
his body
belly
to
laugh.
laugh.
Yeah.
It was a pile of shit. It was a shit show.
Thanks, bye.
But then they ended on instead of just ending on that wet fart, Sony decided to have someone actually shit on stage in front of us all, as they brought David Scott Jaffe, creator of Twisted Metal and God of War, on stage, who currently is a massive shithead. I don't like David Jaffe one bit. I used to respect him. Like, I see what you're doing. You want to make the games you want to make. You made the Twisted Metal 2012 version.
Yeah.
It didn't really pan out the way you thought it was going to do, the revival of Twisted Metal, so you could carry on making Twisted Metals. It didn't really sell very well, so you disbanded that studio.
Yeah.
And David Jaffe's David Jaffe, and it's like, he's outspoken, stuff like that. But then it just started to build up and up and up. And it's like watching him on Twitter just fall into holes and shit himself, and then fling the shit in people's eyes. And it's like, oh God, Jaffe, just stop. Stop, please. Please, Jaffe.
So what actually happened?
He announced his new game. So, prefacing this, David Jaffe is basically the biggest fucking teen on the planet. He's 15 years old permanently. Okay. Even though he's nearly 40, I think. Yeah. And he announced his new studio a while back. And it was meant to be like, can't remember the name of it, but it was like, it sounded genuinely interesting. David Jaffe's doing something genuinely interesting. Yeah. It could be something cool. Yeah. They announced Drawn to Death, an arena combat style game that takes place inside a teenager's notebook. The art style looks wank.
Oh. Sounds like a cool premise.
It sounds like a cool premise. It just looks wank. I know they said it's pre-alpha, so obviously everything looks wank for a reason. But this just looks like wank. This is like someone just wanked into a tissue and smeared it in my eyes.
Oh God!
Like that teenager that's drawn everything, just like handed me his crusty notebook.
Oh jeez, man.
It's just, oh my God! And the worst thing, he apologized for what he said on stage. He used a slur on stage.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm not going to repeat it. If you want to go look. He apologized for it.
You could even bleep it on the version we don't have to censor.
I'm not saying it because there's just no point in saying it. But he said it, and it was just like, oh God, you're 2 minutes in. You've already fucked everything up. Show us what fucking mess you've got to show. And then he showed us a fucking mess anyway. Yeah. I know it's pre-alpha and it'll probably improve over time and stuff like that, but oh my God. I would take a new Twisted Metal over this. Yeah. Or a new car combat game that he's tried to do in the past and it's just failed God miserably.
Of War. Oh wait, that's a thing.
Yeah, they announced a new God of War secretly, kind of. Someone let it slip. I don't know. But anyway, so David Jaffe shot himself on stage in front of everyone. So he apologised, but you shouldn't like David Jaffe because he still stands by what he said to me on Twitter. He made a point. On Twitter, he blocked me for this when I called him out on it. He compared what was happening in gaming to the Holocaust. Not like someone comedically does. Yeah. You know where they go, oh, that's so Nazi-like, and it's like, let's stop using that term, please. Can we stop, please, using PC Master Race because it just incentivizes Nazism, amongst the community. We don't really want that right now. This was a while back. This is a couple months back. This is like at the peak of Gamergate sort of stuff. And like, I know he's changed his attitudes and stuff like that, but he still stood by it. So David Jaffe can go fuck himself sideways for all I care. And then I think, what else got...
He can manage the cynical Brits.
On a brand new tag team.
Yeah.
David Jaffe is permanently a teenager that you don't want to experience ever. It's like the teenager you just... fuck off. Fuck.
The teenager you just...
I think that was about it. Interesting news.
Yeah.
PlayStation.
But yeah. I might end up with a PlayStation 4.
I might.
I probably will.
At some point.
Yeah. I mean, Wii U has a strong lineup.
You can
next
tell
year.
how much it's set our world on fire when we're just like, yeah, I might get one sometime.
The showing they gave was strong.
The first time I've ever gone for 2 different platforms has just happened.
If they,
It took Halo to connect me with that.
And I guess most of the games that you want are coming out on PC anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like you kind of, but
they
I
were
like
ever,
to
like-
have everything.
if they were ever like, guys, we're rebooting Crash Bandicoot and making it awesome.
They can't because Activision owns the license.
But if they ever did, then that is what would make me
No,
go
because
like,
Activision-
PS4s, hell yeah!
Because Activision will
But
put it
no.
out on on Xbox One and PS4, so you wouldn't have to ever fucking worry about that.
Yes,
ever.
but it was a hypothetical. Job.
Hypothetical.
It's
I
hypothetical.
understand. I understand.
I was a Spyro
Saying
guy
that's like
over
the one
Crash.
thing that it would take to
I
make
never
me
liked
go
any
mad
of
over
it.
PS4s.
Oh, well, you don't have a soul,
I
did you?
thought Spyro was not great.
Oh, I choose Spyro
Well,
over
you
Crash
can go
Bandicoot.
fall down a well.
And Crash Bandicoot.
Go fall down a well, Joel.
It's
You
another
have no
naughty-
soul.
You've run out of Wumpa fruit. You can go die.
Oh no.
Waka waka.
Ooh,
I
blugger.
just don't think Crash Bandicoot's any good.
Me and my brother always thought they were called hoobluggers because of the noise they made.
What PS1 game was it that I really? I don't know. It's like
You're probably one of those kids that played like Gex or something,
no,
or Croc.
no.
The
because
hell
I
is
got-
Croc?
I got a PS1 from my uncle like really late. Ape Escape.
Oh.
Ape Escape.
God,
was
you're like
the
Ape
thing-
Escape's the
was-
shit, but
Yes.
Crash Bandicoot.
Ape Escape was the shit.
Oh God.
You collected cookies and hit monkeys
I
over
think
the head.
this is a good time to end the podcast.
We've spent like what, an hour and a half listening to your opinions, Joel, and now I'm just discrediting all of them with these final statements, being like Ape Escape, hell yeah,
Yeah.
Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah. A wet fart, much
No.
like Jack and Daxter.
Oh, yeah, I can't really speak about
It's
that. I don't know.
Both Naughty Dog titles.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
It wasn't Uncharted 2 is the first Naughty Dog game where I've kind of gone, that was all right, and then they wrecked it by introducing blue men Smurfs that
Oh,
take
yeah.
a million
I
bullets.
remember those.
But yeah, no, that was the Pixel Shed. We're gonna get out of here because they're gonna start booting us out. Security. Yeah, it's 9:30 now. Jesus
Oh,
Christ,
wow.
we've gone on for a little while.
Yeah.
Again, you can find us at Line Wizard,
Captain Liger.
Mighty Crabulon.
Mighty Crabulon
That
for
one.
those that can't
I'm
pick
a
it.
bit far away from the microphone.
Well, he's dying of hunger right now.
Yeah, Pixel Shed channel on YouTube. I'll actually get a URL for that at some point, probably next week.
Yeah. If you heard that, Ollie just fell on the floor.
Spotfest.
Spotfest.
Where can we find you on Spotfest?
Who wants to do the promoting, Ollie?
Go on, you hosted it this week. Get in the
floor.
get in the microphone.
I can't remember the URLs.
Of course you didn't, because you weren't the one that made them.
Yeah, I didn't make them, but
No.
I can't remember.
You
can
want
find
wrestling
it.
podcasts?
You can find us on Twitter at the Spotfest. Is there a the before it?
Twitter.com/thespotfest. Yes.
Yes,
And it's the
and
same with Facebook.
the same with Facebook. Or you could just search Spotfest on Facebook.
Yep. And you can actually listen to
and
it.
we'll talk about wrestling.
Yeah, but you can
Um,
listen to it on soundcloud.com/spotfest. We're not bothering with Mixcloud anymore
That
because we
too.
still have 0 listens on there, whereas we have over 100 on SoundCloud now.
If you want to
So we
listen
can see
to us
who wants to.
rant about the big news about lots
Yeah,
of
we
stuff.
just had about 3 hours of audio go up now that we're SoundCloud
That
Pro
CM Punk
members.
shit.
That's CM Punk
That's
shit.
CM
You
Punk
want to hear
stuff.
about that CM Punk shit? I'm
Monday
sure
Night
we'll
Raw.
address
We
the
suppose
CM Punk situation a bit more next week. Well, we say next
suppose
week.
so.
This week.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, we gave our Slammy predictions in a bonus episode.
And we're going to find out tonight how
Yeah.
accurate we were.
Yeah, so
so-
fun times. Might cover. Ring
Come
of
on
Honor
and
as
have a
well.
listen
Yeah, loads of stuff.
and mock how far out we got with the Slammies or revel in our godlike glory.
Yeah.
And
Fun times
is there
had.
anything else we need to plug? We will have some kind of game of the year thing once these assignments are done.
Well, yeah.
We will try before we all go. We'll
I'm literally going the day after the deadline.
we will figure it out.
Yep.
Some point this week we'll get it
We'll
back in here.
sum it
to-
out.
And we've somehow confirmed that sometime after Christmas we're going to scan our faces.
Yes.
So you've got that to look forward to.
We'll also try get something out for Pixel Shed TV.
Why not?
Another episode. I'm going to go write this essay super hard so we can do that some point this week. and then I'm gonna do the print stuff super hard. Yes.
University.
So, university times, harsh, but we're getting there. Video games. You can listen to it. You can make sure to subscribe on iTunes. Goodbye, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.